You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I have got your 2-week spoilers for June 23rd through July 4th. We're going to talk about Brook Lynn Quartermaine getting revenge and Jason interfering in something very important. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, please reach down, hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. Monday, June 23rd. We have Carly questioning Michael on whether he is prepared to keep Willow away from his kids, Wiley and Amelia, for good, because things are getting worse between them. Because this week, Willow, now that she has been talked into getting engaged to Drew against all common sense, she goes over to the Q house and tells Michael that she knows he's not going to be happy about this, but she has to tell him she is marrying Drew. And of course, she got talked into it because Martin Gray, I guess, wants more legal fees and is saying this is the best way to fight that custody verdict, which of course we all know Sidwell bought, and that's why it went that way. So that's suspicious as well. Kai tells Trina what he's planning for the summer. He is going to be Drew's paid congressional intern, and he turned him down at first, but then he took it once Drew said, oh no, you don't have to be in DC. You can work for me here locally in Port Charles. And Trina is very upset, to say the least. She's not going to tell Kai he can't do it, but there's clearly a lot of trouble brewing here because her parents hate the guy. And Jordan and Curtis talk about the past, and she tells him something from their shared past that was the best feeling ever. Portia, meanwhile, is more than a little upset. She's downright shaken, and this may be because she sees Curtis and Jordan getting closer, and, you know, he just turned her down when Portia was trying to get amorous. So she definitely feels threatened by Jordan, as she should, and Drew as well, another source of anxiety. Nina is in absolute shock on Monday because of Willow's bombshell that she's going to marry Drew. Nina tries to talk her out of it and tells her to be patient and just wait, and then they can, you know, work on Michael for the custody thing, but she's not going to turn Drew down. Boy, that cult conditioning that she grew up with really made her mental ground fertile for Drew to come in and just totally gaslight her. Plus, Tracy asks Brook Lynn about Gio, and she has not spoken to her son yet. Brook Lynn's trying to give Gio some space, and Tracy wants BLQ's advice on an offer from Drew, but she's not sure that she's actually going to do it. Drew is jubilant and tells Martin that this thing with Tracy is going to be the second best thing to happen, and of course that is second only to Willow agreeing to marry him. Plus, Tracy acts out publicly. So it's at the press conference Martin and Drew have planned. I wonder if Tracy is going to do what she told Drew she would do and say, or if she's going to go rogue, because, you know, Tracy has a hard time holding her tongue. Tuesday, June 24th, Trina gets some reassurance from her dad, Curtis, and it may be that he'll take care of Drew and they will work together to protect Kai from Congressman Cutthroat. Plus, Portia is absolutely going off on someone. It could be Drew, you know, or it could be Jordan. If she senses that Jordan's moving out on her man, if she does have something to say to Jordan, she'll probably clap back at Portia and say, once again, your own lies are what is burning you down, which is true. Drew gets some valuable intel on Tuesday, and I just wonder if Kai is going to warn him that Curtis and Portia are looking for Jacinda, and they plan to have her say terrible, terrible things about him. I think at this point, Kai is probably more loyal to Drew than to Trina's parents. Plus, Carly is again pleading with Michael on Tuesday, and this may be some fallout from the engagement reveal. And Nina goes looking for help from somebody absolutely unlikely. And I wonder if it's Michael. You know, that would definitely be out of character. She did try working with Carly, but Carly burned her. So maybe it's Michael. We'll see. Wednesday, June 25th, Cody does as he is told to do. And this is probably more of Christina pushing him about the Ava seduction plot. And of course, Christina is going to keep on doing this, even though Liz told her, if you keep coming at her and you keep acting rashly, I will go to the police and tell them what you did and that you almost killed me and Rick. So that was the point when Christina should have just dropped it. But of course, she's not gonna. She needs a serious timeout somewhere for some therapy. Marco hands over something, and this may be that signed agreement to D.A. Turner because Natalia is facing her third felony DUI, I think, and could go to jail for quite a while. Alexis goes looking for Liz at General Hospital. So Christina may tell her mom that, yeah, Liz knows about the cut brake lines. Alexis may want to make sure that Liz isn't going to tattle. She may want to thank her. And I'm guessing Liz is going to tell her that she's only keeping quiet for Sam because her family has had a lot of pain. BLQ and Dante spend some time talking about Gio. They both want to get close to their son. Maybe working together is the better idea than separately. And Martin gets some bad news on Wednesday, so maybe Liz tells him, no, I'm not suing anybody over that car. Thursday, June 26th, Lulu issues some advice to Lucas. Not that she is somebody to take advice from, because Lulu is another fly by the seat of your pants person who makes very emotional and aggressive decisions. Jason helps Dante see things differently, and this is probably a talk about parenting and about the big Gio reveal. Marco uncovers something, and I wonder if it's to do with his dad, Sidwell, and Brook Lynn sees something that upsets her. And it could be Lulu having a nice friendly chat with Gio, which is something that BLQ has not been able to do. And Carly talks to Sunny, and after that, she really starts to worry. Friday, June 27th, Brook Lynn and Chase discover something, and I wonder if it's about Britt and Rocco. They are clearly setting the groundwork for a Kelly Tebow July return, and it's going to tie into this Rocco thing, which means it's going to tie into Britt, and we'll see if she's alive or, has a secret twin. It is Daisy's christening ceremony on Friday. Sasha, Michael, the families are there, and having everybody together means there's a potential for danger since somebody is gunning for Sunny. Anna has to answer some hard questions, and Sunny gets a huge shock on Friday. So we'll see what happens. If somebody's going to make a move at the christening, maybe the DA has him arrested there. I don't know. Jason and Carly do some reminiscing on Friday. And then the following week, June 30th through July 4th, Brook Lynn gets that intriguing info about Rocco's past and looks like she's one step closer to getting revenge on Lulu. Events at Daisy's christening could have some far-reaching implications. There's a lot of people there that could be targets. We'll see. Dante makes an attempt to communicate with Gio, and Marco has some serious questions for his dad, Jen Sidwell. Plus, there's a growing group of people, a cabal, if you will, that are trying to destroy Drew. It seems like everybody in Port Charles, Tracy, Ned, Michael, Jason, Sasha, Nina, Portia, Curtis, Trina, Joss, Carly, Jack Brennan, everybody is gunning for Drew. Hopefully somebody's going to make some progress. And Nina could be the key to helping Michael and Curtis track down Jacinda. Willow and Drew are planning an ASAP wedding while Nina scrambles for a way to stop it. Cody's seduction plan with Ava picks up speed, and Liz may notice something strange with Ava because she knows how much she likes Rick. Also, look for a rerun or a preemption on Friday. The July 4th episode is typically always a rerun. If an encore does air, you may want to delete it so it doesn't mess up your Monday recording.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.